Mic works. Chat's up and running. Alright. Hello, and we're back with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm gonna play this for a bit and see where it goes. Still trying to figure out the evil hero deck I'm working on. Okay. Here. Right, might as well. I keep seeing this. The Snake Eyes Millennium deck, and it never really seems to end well for whoever uses it. Now Duel Speed just seems to have all the answers. Okay. Didn't really stop Duelist Day into going into the Fiendsmith engine after all. So Duelist B is running primarily Centurion. And then from Tailment into Light Swarm, and it keeps going. Oh my god, what is this opening hand Duelist B? This deal Effect Veiler and the Infinite Impermanence. But that doesn't stop Duelist Day, as he has yet another engine to go into with King Sarcophagus. Oh, wow. Spell, got nothing but monsters. I'm surprised he didn't use Appaloosa to immediately shut that down. Then again, I guess he can stop it here. Or not. He's just sing on the Appaloosa. Okay. He's still not letting Appaloosa negate anything. Now he loses it. 4 negates and not a single thing done about it. Yep, that's it. That's pretty bad. Duelist Day had more negates. He could have stopped stuff. He just chose not to. The win was that in the bag. Alright, what do we got here? See, Fusion, Pendulum Link, Ritual, Synchronic Seed, Special, Destroy cards, spells. Okay. Let's get to it. Continue trying to figure out the evil heroes. Then I'll move on. Okay. Well, let's get started. Use a dusted gold. Kinda expecting him to stop that. Really did. Okay. What to grab? What about this? Evil Hero. Infernal Rider. Nah, I think I can use this. I could get better use out of this one. No, wait. This only works when it's in the grave. I don't have a way to easily throw this in the grave yet. So, yeah, I'll grab this. Special summon Infernal Prodigy. And then I'll just tribute summon. The old-fashioned way. Summon Evil Hero Infernal Rider. Use effect. Grab Dark Fusion. Okay. Sure. We're gonna try that again. Unsolved Mysteries. Hello again. Welcome back to the stream. Alright, we're gonna go first. Let's see. So that's making of a doll. Barely anything happens. Or are you talking about the replay? Well, first things first. I guess I'll go for this. The replay. Ah, yeah. It was actually pretty impressive what he pulled off. Right, we're gonna grab. Well, I could grab any of these. I think it's better if I get. What's his name? Oh, it has to mention Dark Fusion, so I can't grab the other one. Alright. And grab Infernal Rider to like this, but I don't know. Indecision. Really sucks. Right. I revamped my Gimmick Puppet deck, and I can't believe how much fun it is. I thought Gimmick Puppets were either first turn kills or just summoning a Gimmick Puppet to the opponent's field to shut down their ability to play. Right. For this, grab the only other Dark Fusion. Oh, this didn't work. Oh, during the end phase. During the end phase, it gets that. Okay. My mistake. I am going to summon Malicious Bane. It's just the easier to use of the two. Set 1, pass. During end phase, draw. Also revamped Ghost Trick deck and is now enjoyable. Oh, congrats! Well, why weren't you able to enjoy it before? Okay. Sword Soul Emergence. Okay. Sword Soul Centurion is certainly playable. But now that I know he has Sword Soul, there is absolutely no reason for me to try to negate this when he can just summon Taya at random. But I had to experiment with it. Something seemed off about it. With Sword Soul? Or not Sword Soul, with Ghost Trick. Isn't there like 2 or 3 different ways to play Ghost Trick? I thought the main way to play it was to like flip all the opponent's stuff face down and then make sure they couldn't do anything. Yeah, sure, you do that. Sincerely hope he didn't do that because he thought my monster could be destroyed by card effects. What you got here? After making a mimical Ghost Trick deck and adding a lot of Exceed spells and traps, turned it around to make it something better. You didn't want to use the reverse reuse trap that would set 2 Mimicals on the opponent's field face down? Okay. I could negate this. But he would just summon the monsters next turn. I guess. Stop this. Verte Anaconda. Sure. No, but I focused on was how I can protect Exceed monsters when summoning. Oh, do you use Exceed Reflect or Exceed... I forgot the other Exceed card. I think it's Exceed Reflect and the other one's called Exceed Block. Man, this guy really didn't read my card. Well, that's a shame for him. See, I'm not going to bother using any effects. I'm just gonna punch over this. Battle. That was 2,000 life points you wasted. Does this attack increase stay with him? Yeah. Play Supreme King's Castle because I can. And let me think, what else can I do with this? Nope, there ain't much else I want to do. Okay. And so now we wait. Can't be too much of a hassle, right? Cheese. Arch Nemesis Protoss. Yeah, he can summon that. Now we just wait. It's taking their sweet time with this. Alright. Ready? What is this? Okay. I am very positive that Centurion and Sword Soul have a lot of options to where I don't think surrendering was the best choice. I guess I'll take the win, but that raised a lot more questions than answers. I'm trying to improve on how to play this deck. I won't get that if people just surrender for no, because they may be a misplay or something. I have one monster. Chi Zhao could have negated its effect so it could be destroyed by battle or card effect. So, ideally he could have just did that and then summoned the Arch Nemesis monster, and that would have been a pretty much a closed case. Would have been a done deal. But, alright, I guess. Okay. There we go. Go first again. What? No response from game servers. Okay, we're gonna try again. Please restart. Sure. Go back to title screen. That should do it. Alright, let's try this again. One's ranked. Let's see. Okay. let's get started. Summon Dead End, and I'll use Dead End's effect. Found cards for Exceed monsters most people never knew existed. Reinforced Space and Corrupted Keys. I knew about Corrupted Keys, but I didn't know about Reinforced Space. The main Exceed card I liked using is Dimension Slice. When it first came out, there wasn't really a lot of cards that let you banish the opponent's stuff on command. I'm going to send, Necrom to the grave. Then simply activate Necrom's effect. Banish it to summon anything. Whatever I want. Oh wait, maybe this? So I got my hero on the field, special summon this from the hand. Just destroy it by battle or card effect while this is in the grave. Special summon it. Then if you... Nah, I'll go for this. Evil Hero Malicious Edge. No, we're not doing it. Oh wait, I could do this. What does this also do? Yeah, it can be used as a substitute. Alright, Dark Fusion. I can summon any of them. Okay. This is Fiend. No. See, add a Dark Fusion card that mentions it. Nah, we're gonna go for the Boss Master. And then Evil Hero Neo Fleur. Special summon Toxic Bubble. Use effect. Cool. I could summon this, but like, why would I? And then shuffle. Does this include banished? Search from field, grave, and or banishment. That's good. For now, I'm going to use this. Go to U to add. Yeah. I'm gonna grab this. Dark Calling. Activate Dark Calling. Malicious Edge. We're gonna banish this and this. Summon Malicious Bane in defense. Could I do more? Yes, I could. Should I do more? No, but I'm going to anyway. Summon this. Use effects. Right. Yeah. I'm going into Infernal. See, activate this. Going to reveal this card here. Grab this. And this to hand. What else can I do? I could do more, but I'm gonna lose the timeout if I keep messing around. I'm sure this is fun. Alright. What's this? Also found cards called Vain Betrayer and Plankton? Then for machine-based Exceed monsters, cards called Spin Turn and Barrage Blast. I know those. Those are the Infinitrack cards. But the Vain Betrayer and the Plankton I'm not familiar with. Oh, it's Blue Eyes. Probably could have guessed from the dual field, the base mates, the icon frame, the card protectors. But yeah, had to be sure. Cool. Let's see. I'll take a look at a few of those. Maybe they'd be good support cards for the Goblin Rider deck I have. Corrupted Keys, Reinforced Space, Vain Betrayer, Plankton. Yeah. Oh. I wouldn't have done that if I was him, but hey. Quick. That is a quick effect. Alright, nope. He would immediately just trigger it off and bounce it out to save Neos Lord. Or save from Neos Lord. That, however, did not seem like a good idea. You choose another synchro on the field. Okay. Just let it go. It's like he's really trying his hardest to bait out Neos Lord. That was a very terrible play. And because he tried to bait out Neos Lord, he ended on such a lousy board that he's just going to surrender. The problem with trying to bait abilities out is the opponent can just not fall for the obvious bait. I'm not going to waste an ability to get a 0 attack defense monster that blows itself up at the end of the turn anyway. Oh well. Let me collect these gems and check out some of these cards you mentioned. See if I can use them to upgrade another deck of mine. So far, I'm not getting any real info for Evil Heroes. The deck's not 100% great, but it's doing its job well enough. Alright, let's see here. Goblin Riders. Huh? The acquired new cards are among... So you didn't know and put them in the deck? Sure. Whatever. Okay, so... First, Corrupted Keys. Alright, looks like I have it. So I gotta face up Exceed monsters, summon 3 Umbral Horror and Mirage tokens. When attacked, each token's attack becomes equal to the Exceed monster's current attack. You can attack the opponent directly or be tributed, except for a tribute summon. So you can use them for a synchro or a link summon. This is pretty good. No wonder you use this. As you can see, this deck is stuffed though, so it's not like I can throw in everything. But I can make room for it. Alright, put it in for now and then check out other options. Reinforced space. I actually have this too. Nice. And see what is lacking here. Good, because the only reason I stuffed it full of a bunch of cards was because I didn't know what it was lacking. Face up exceed monster control, gains 300 attack for each material attached to it. Yeah, with considering how often goblins, like the Goblin Rider, likes to attach material, both Gabonga and the Beast does that. So that's actually good. Help you modify this deck? Sure. Clearly, as you can see from me throwing in like Ken, Gin, and all this other stuff, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. This card is awful. What, reinforced space? Who knows? Although I do have stuff that already increases their attack, so it is redundant to put this in here since the deck already has a continuous spell that powers up my monsters. So yeah. What were those other two cards you mentioned? Vain Betrayer. Let's see. Ha! Looks the artwork looks pretty cool. I think it's more redundant to add cards about synchro monsters with an extra deck with 0 synchro monsters. True. Cards about synchro monsters. Oh, I just mentioned that where is it? The Corrupted Keys trap could be used for either synchro or like link summoning, because it's just free, you know, bodies on the field. Prayer is a strike seed-based events. And opponents exceed. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. And what was the last card? Plankton? Yep. That's it. That's what it's called. Plankton. Rank 3 or lower, gain 500 attack or defense. Rank 4. Higher, see monsters cannot attack. Really? Idiots that use Typhon. Yeah, I mean, I use Typhon. What's wrong with Typhon? Use it just for the hell of it, if nothing else. Typhon is like bad Zeus. He will save you in some very specific situations. Yep. He's not the best, but he's but like, I've seen worse cards. Being able to turn any monster into a 2900 attack monster isn't the worst thing ever. There's certainly better cards, but it's not the worst. Anyway, no, I'm not adding this. So you do have Exceed Reborn here. Yup. I basically did the only thing I knew how to do. I just put in exceed in the chat or in the search options and just grabbed a bunch of cards that actually listed it among spells and traps. It's not like all of it's good. You get stuff that has nothing to do with it. But, yeah. I can see running one copy of keys. This just needs non-link monsters. This needs 2 effect monsters. Do these count as effect monsters? Maybe? Maybe. By the way, hello Tormented Sally. I'm glad you can make it. Alright, it's so easy to out. Need a card to search. Suggest Generation Force. Want tokens in a seed deck. Because I run a few link monsters. Force is a good card. See, traps and spell cards. Tokens are never effect monsters. They're treated as normals. Okay. So I could only use them for Masquerade, for IP Masquerena. That's fine. Alright, now you said Generation Force. Let's see. I actually have this. Right. If you control an Exceed monster, add an Exceed card from the deck to your hand. Okay. Notice the trap, horribly slow. I've seen enough traps actually work that I don't really think about traps in a negative light. More like they'd be really busted if they weren't traps. Let's see what to cut out though. Maybe Utopian Aura? Destroyed by card effects. Maybe that. Biker Grand Crisis. I don't know. Cut 2 cards out of here. This has always been the main issue I've had when playing this. The worst part is, for whatever reason, I can still get wins with this deck. I kept trying to see which card would be the dead card that would stop me from being able to win, and I kept drawing enough cards to extend plays. The only time I would lose is if the opponent made a board full of like three or more negates, in which case I don't really have a lot of decks that can play through that in the first place. Feels like we are getting to a point where we are adding situational cards and just reducing consistency though. Here to help them. Why am I low? So I recommended you all a good level 3 extenders. Oh. Fair enough. Alright. Well, let me see. I certainly like this one. Let's see. When bikers need is get online to make a rank 3. True. You see, I have Warning Point in here just for the hell of it. I don't actually need this. I just have it. doesn't even it's not as good as like Infinite Impermanence, but it does the job well enough. It doesn't stop ritual summoning, of course, but still. I want to keep all the monsters in, because I clearly have a surplus of spell and traps. Grand Pileup does a good job. Grand Stampede. One of these is not as good as the other, so let me double check. During main phase, immediately Exceed summon. Control a Goblin Exceed. Target an effect monster in the field. Attach a material. Negate the effect. Okay. It's pretty damn good. Grand Pileup. Goblin Biker deck is rather extraordinarily different. Yeah, it's probably consistent and actually wins games. This is, I wanted to grab everything that looked decent and throw it together. Let's see, target an Exceed monster you control. Special summon a Goblin Exceed monster from your deck by using that monster's material. And then attach the materials to this. Okay, sure. I used this several times to like dodge targeted effects. But I'm not exactly sure like what's the grand best play to make. If I had to cut something out, this helps too. Screw it. Sure, a king. The armored cards actually help me out too. Don't want to get rid of those. I don't know. Alright, screw it. I'll just run it. The worst that can happen is I brick an awful lot. Let's see. Well, technically, am I really gonna brick if I top deck Grand Entrance? No. Right, so a brick would be as if I draw... If I draw a hand that doesn't include this, either of these without another monster. If I draw a hand that includes only the bikers. Or if I draw a hand that includes all the extra support traps without any of the monsters. So I can draw a hand that is going to be very bad for me. But I have to get really unlucky, so let's roll those dice. Go first. Let's see what... Hey, this is not the worst hand ever. Definitely not the best hand either, though. So we're gonna summon Doug Charger. Use Doug Charger's effect. I'm not going to Ash Blossom my own card. Like, I already made enough mistakes with deck building. I don't need to do anything else. What's a good card to search? Grand Entrance, right? Or do I grab this so I can go into the Exceed? You know what? Yeah. Go into this so I can go into the Exceed monster. Summon another. Then go into... No, not Troika. What the hell? One's a big Ponga. Okay. Then... Okay. There's one that lets me, like, summon on the opponent's turn, right? During the main phase. Nope. Is it this one? During the main phase. Maybe. Let's see. During your opponent's main phase. This card's in your hand. Okay, so that. Yeah. Set this. What can I possibly go into? Oh, yeah, those. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Use effect. I'm going to pull... No. What about this one? This is in the hand or grave, so probably that. Yeah. Though if you want to practice a deck before using it for ranked, I can always practice with you. Thank you! We're just gonna say no to that. Just because. You can't do this twice, right? Oh, I still have Magician's Souls. For Chaos Allure Queen. Okay. Okay. What's he doing? Target Exceed monster. Monsters attach. Okay, hold on. What can I possibly go into here that would actually help me out? It would have to be a goblin one. How decent is Crazy Beast for me? Target a spell or trap on the field, attach 2 materials. Cards in the grave. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I would have been in a better spot if I put the new rank 6 in here. Need to make room for it. Alright, screw it. I'll just use it. Okay. Crazy Beast doesn't actually help me. So I'll put in Big Bonga. Just go into itself. Use this. See, during your opponent's main phase, this card's in the graveyard. Graveyard. That's the problem. Okay. What about you? During your main phase. Damn it! Has to be in the grave. That sucks. This doesn't help me in the slightest. Alright, so I'll just add this. For the sake of the next turn if I get one. Now what? Pretty sure that's it. Now I have no idea what he's doing. Gotta love it. Okay. Probably grab this. Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read often. It's a curse on us all. But yeah, I was safe the moment he played that. Right. So here's what I'll do. I'll summon this. I won't use its effect. Right. Right. Forgot about that. There's one replay I can show with my Utopia deck. Alright, cool. I'll check it out as soon as I'm done with this duel. Okay. Kinda thought he wouldn't get that. Going into torpedo line, the armored line, doesn't help me. Why can't I go into Zeus? Yeah, it battled. I really don't know why I wasn't allowed to go into Zeus after that attack. That was weird. And then, let me get to. Honestly thinking, whoever gave you that Goblin Dex and stuff has a brain. So for the yeah, that person is me. I just went out. I just went into it blind. Deck creation is far from my strong suit. Once I figure out a deck, I can play it pretty bad. Oh no, I'm actually bad at this game. You are accurate. I'm nowhere near a pro, so don't feel bad to call out misplays when I make them. Unsolved. Alright, following so I can get this. Are you winning? No. Although, a triple S viewer has dropped into my stream, so I guess I'm doing something right. So yes. Replay is at the very bottom. Alright. Oh no. I don't think I'll win all the time, especially when I'm in the middle of trying to figure out how I'm gonna play. So let's see this Utopia deck. By the way, thanks for stopping by, and be sure to follow if you like the content. I don't play just Yu-Gi-Oh, so not sure if you're gonna be okay with following a streamer that plays more than one game. Yeah. That's it. You'd be a practice partner. Much appreciated, Unsolved. I'll make a room after this. So where are you at? Ah, decent succeed deck. Had to change the setting. Alright. Plus I want to look at your hand. Halfway to forever. Just an immediate exceed summon. Using Utopia Onomatopoeia. I'm gonna pick up. See Reborn. Glorious Numbers. Huh. Control no monsters, target a number exceed monster in your grave, special summon it, and draw a card. Oh. Oh, wow. It's actually really good. And then banish this from grave, target one number exceed you control, attach one card from your hand to it. Alright. Going to the Samurai. Wait, the opponent just ended their turn for nothing. Okay. Weird. Ending turn for nothing is a vibe. It's something, especially if you don't run any battle traps in hand. They had to just top deck that. Yeah, plenty of times. One of my current decks runs a lot of hand traps, and sometimes I just open 5 hand traps. Wow. I don't think that's a good way to use hand traps. But you probably have a higher rank than me, so what do I know? You Dragonar. Oh wow, it was Punk. Punk and the Winged Dragon of Ra. Okay. Runs multiple monster reborns. Oh wow. Okay, so you can't attack with any monsters you summon. Into Future Slash. Exceed territory. Hold on, let me check this. Sea monster battles. Sea monster gains attacking times its rank. This face-up card will be destroyed. Okay. Use it with rank 1. There's gotta be more follow-up. Yep. Utopia. Got the Magician. Some AC support cards, right? Couldn't revive the target you wanted to. Still have Exceed Soul and Double or Nothing. Let's see. Target one Exceed monster in either player's graveyard. All monsters you currently control gain attack equal to its rank times 200. You took the highest ranking monster you had and turned it into material though. What does this do? Once per turn, detach material. Can make a second attack. Okay. Alright. Let's see what you have planned. It goes into the Winged Dragon of Ra. Specifically for Phoenix mode. Hold on, I gotta see something. Is this a once per turn effect? Oh, no it's not, but he doesn't have the life points for it. Oh man, this is brutal. Destroys Double or Nothing. Been playing with an upgraded Red Dragon Archer with it. Nice. No, no, no! That is so bad. He had the win. Oh man, that sucks. Honestly, if he had just gotten rid of the Magician instead of the Utopic Slash, he would have been fine. Cards can always be a good thing. Thanks for sharing the replay. That was painful to watch. No one expects those cards. actually, that's true. No one expects battle traps that raise or lower attack and defense nowadays. That's why I use them. Yep. If it works, it works. Right. Like I said, right now I am to figure out and improve the decks I have. And since I appreciate your willingness to help me practice Unsolved Mysteries. Let's see, so room ID 6, 4, 2, 3. There. Yep, I'm putting it in right. Alright. I'll wait for your arrival. And as I wait, change decks. Go over here. Since this is practice, I'll be using my weaker decks. Alright, sure. The main thing I need to really figure out is I have obviously too much. I need to figure out what I should really cut back on and what I should put in. Speaking of what I should put in, though, I do have other Goblin Rider cards. Are they called Goblin Rider or Goblin Biker? Biker. Got it. Hold on. Goblin Biker cards I need to put in. I have one of this. Goblin Biker's Gone Bonkers. If I had to pick one thing to cut out for it, it'd probably be a Shuriken. Let's see, it has materials. You can battle up to a number of materials. Start damage step, it gains 200 attack and nothing else. Yeah. If I had to pick something. So. Where is it? Get 2 of this. Oh, hold on. Crazy Beast. Just so I can have the foils. Okay. I think I'll cut out this Shuriken for the Goblin Bikers. Big Gabonga? What about Big Gabonga? I'm pretty sure I should probably have 3 copies of it, but I take what I can get. Okay, I now have enough craft points. If I really want to, I can make 3. This card came out not too long ago. Psychic Wheeler in your deck there. Funny card. Oh, everybody has a favorite. Should take out the Wheeler? If you control level 3 or lower, summon this. And then you go into the deck. Yeah, I just have the Wheeler in there because it's level 3. Don't need the psychic cards, in my opinion. You know what? Sure, we'll give it a shot. see how it goes without him. But I am going to put this in. Tribute a monster, special summon a goblin from deck. A monster declares an attack. Yeah. Not sure what else I would put in. Grand Bash. Just for the foil. Alright. We'll see how it goes with just this. There you are. Let's give this a go. I prefer the Unchained Abomination. Honestly, this hand sucks. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the newly added Grand Breakout. I think this works. I'm gonna play Grand Breakout, right? Targeting Doug Charger. And in its place, I'm gonna grab, let's see. Yeah. Exploder. Summon Clatter Exploder. And Clatter Exploder effect should activate. Targeting this to revive it after I just tribute it. And now I can still go into my Exceed. Oh wait, I could go into Bonga, or I could go into, where is it? Where the heck is it? Yeah, here he is. Let's see. During opponent's turn, target guards controls up to the number of goblin seeds. Attach 3 materials from a monster. Yeah, no, this won't work. Never mind. Summon Gabonga. Alright, let's see. Gabonga grabs, I don't know, this? No. Wait, Fire Exploder. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I will do this. Grab this to the hand. Use effect. We're going to detach the exploder. Add the designated card. Step 1, Step 2, and yeah, this is not particularly in the best spot. Whoops. Okay. Evoltar. In attack. A flipper monster in attack position. Okay. Not entirely sure what you're going for here, but summon Ken, the warrior dragon. Summon Gen, the diamond tiger. Okay. Summon Mean Merciless. Whose effect activates. Summon Crad Exploder. Let's see. You could go into stuff. Let's see. Nope. I'll just go into battle. Oh, yeah, no. And again. Nope. And we're gonna go into where is it? Here it is. markers. Fast track. I guess this. And just wait for you. Attach material from you. Attach the Cladder Exploder. Attach another from you. Nope. And that's pretty much game. What kind of deck was this? Well, GG's Unsolved. But what deck was that? Well, I guess I can check match history, right? Yeah, replay. I can just check. No, I can't. That's profile. That's weird. So I can't check the replay? It does let me see the extra deck at least. Shendosaurus, Evilsaurus, Freezodon, Volcasaurus. Alright. Dolka, Lagia. Let's make sure to save your replays to go back to them as a reference. Thank you. I really should remember to do that. Spyros. Volcano. Doing special summon. While this face up. Face up on the field. This card cannot be banished. Each time a dinosaur is sent to the graveyard, place 2 counters on this. Okay. Huh. Everything is done. When it's fast forward, it almost looks like I know what I'm doing. Well, you clearly went easy on me. Setting this in defense mode would have let you have access to the entire deck. Say I would use my weaker deck. That is true. I just want to see what your next draw was, and then I'll stop. Oh, yeah. Alright, that is an unfortunate top deck. Right. Thank you for the match. Not aiming for wins, I'm aiming combos you could make. Fair enough. Oh. Hey DC Seth. Welcome back. And then if I join? Sure. Again, here's the room number. Oh no, you're already here. I think. Room numbers. Yep. Alright, there goes. Seen that name in a while. Play the Red Dragon Archfiend deck. Fair enough. I hope I stand a chance. Against you and the timer. Actually, finally hate the cost. Well, that's the Meta branded deck. Congratulations. Hopefully, it's worth the cost and you actually have fun. Or the sunken cost fallacy is going to force you to believe that. There's still some cards like to make for it. So expensive. You'd be hard pressed to find another deck that's as expensive as branded. Branded is several like the best of like some of the best cards of several archetypes all rolled up into one. So it's usually a given. affordable version. Damn. Alright, smoke here is just continuous combo. Rising, Scar Dragon Archery. Okay, here we go. Activate Grand Bash. Summon Doug Charger. Use effect. Effect Veiler to stop the Doug Charger. Yeah, that tracks. Okay. We'll activate Grand Entrance. So one Bestial Lubellion instead of two. Start that now. Should work well as long as they don't stop the Lubellion right away. Alright, now let me focus on this. Menace. Yeah, sure. Grab this. Summon Me Merciless. Use Me Merciless effect. Special summon this. Mock. Okay. Play this. Let's see. So it's too weak. So I'll use this thing's other effect. What the heck? Oh man. Damn. Um. That is unfortunate. Summon Typhon. No. Use Typhon's effects. I'll just get rid of this. Damn. I am not in a good spot. Alright, now. Let's see, on the bright side, I do have 2 royals in it. The Dust Drag and Branded High Spirit or whatever it's called. Nice. Huh. Since it came back, I get to use it summon effect again. On the off chance I get to survive next turn, I'll grab this. Effect. And I'm back. I have no form of interruption, so Smoke you can just like play unimpeded. Hey, Robin. What kind of deck is this? This is supposed to be a Goblin Biker deck, but it is losing pretty hard. Ouch. Alright. You play the deck. If you're up for it, I can give it a try against you. Sure. Again, we already got the room up. Just drop on in, and we'll have a duel. All right. GG, Smoke. So that's what going up against the Triple S rank viewer is like. No, it's kind of game. Kinda? You got had me dead maybe twice over. Okay, no, it was like what, 14,000 damage, not 16,000, but still, close enough. GG's. And yeah, Riley, I'll check out a replay as soon as I have this duel against DC Seth. It's been a while since I played Seth in a room. I think this has actually been a pretty good practice run for trying to figure out how to play my decks. So thank you, everyone. And that break. It was bound to happen sooner or later. Well, yeah, this is basically a break. I've got nothing. It was kind of weird, struggling to come up with the combos. Honestly, you pulled it off rather well. Although I did expect... Normally I expect Red Dragon Archfiend to immediately go into the Supernova Dragon. But you still pulled off a pretty good, decent board. Don't think running all those traps is the right thing to do. It's kind of bricky. Yeah. The thing is, I actually want to keep using all three of these. Maybe I could get rid of Exceed Block. But Negate and Destroy is pretty good. Maybe I'll replace Gen and Ken with the Wheelers, or with the Psychic level 3 monsters. It would probably be more consistent. Right, so anyway. Branded Sword. Man, I don't think I remember seeing this. What's he do? Banish any number of branded spell and traps from the grave, special summon that many tokens. 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense. And its graveyard effect, banish this from the graveyard. Target one of your banished monsters that is fallen of Albaz or mentions it, and add that monster to your hand. Okay. Oh, you got the alternate artwork of Aluber. Oof. Okay. We're gonna summon again. Alright, I'm curious. Would summoning Ken from his effect let you draw? What the roach? Alright. Yeah, you will draw if I summon it to your side of the field. Draw 2, discard 1. Well, doesn't exactly help me. Doesn't do anything for me. You know what? Sure. Before anything else, I can at the very least go into Superstar Slayer Typhon Sky Crisis. We're in a time of crisis already. Fusion monster. Banish it and apply its effect. Fusion duplication. Oh boy. I mean, when you only have one copy of an ultra rare card, that's why you use another card. It's so much. I am hanging on by a thread. Like, it'll get rid of Mirror Jade. By bouncing it to the hand, I won't have to worry about its effect again. But I still have to worry about what he summons from this. Because anything under 3,000 will still get its effect to go off. And now we wait. And it was only allowed fusion for a while anyway. True. And it still worked out pretty well for itself. Let me think. Was it Spriggan's kit or was it the Tri-Brigade monster? Like, there's like a little mechanical Tri-Brigade bird. One of them lets you get the branded fusion back from the graveyard or banishment. I forget which one though. Albion. Golden Sword Soul. Okay. Cinderphone, Valbas. Sure. I still have no idea how Branded works. Just know that sometimes I beat them with 0 effort. So they dismantle my strongest boards like it's nothing. Okay. I planned on playing Branded, so I learned at least the basic of you're supposed to go into Lubellion or Albion. Albion's effect lets you fusion summon by banishing stuff. You go into Lubellion, another fusion, and then you're supposed to like shuffle material back into your deck or extra deck for Mirror Jade. And that's like a basic 1-card combo with Branded Fusion. Okay. Well, just run this over. Okay. Punch. Okay, set. Set. Let's see. This is the only reason this effect would have been negated. So, get rid of that. Never mind. It is not the only reason this effect would have been negated. I could use this, but it's such a waste. It feels like, anyway. I'll just let it. Keep it going. Deployment. Sure. Okay. Can't do anything. Nope. All right. Draw. Well, that's unfortunate. Thanks. Without being able to play much else, summon this. Nope. Yeah, nope. I don't do this because it's a great play. I do this because I am petty. I am screwed. the main thing I can take from this is I should really cut what is it? Ken and Gen out of the deck, and just to include those psychic wheelers. That way I would at least have access to Exceed monsters. Would have been able to put up more of a fight. So, that's what I'm changing. Might as well. Bad timing. Whew. Well, GG's. You still don't know what I'm doing. I mean, played well enough, as far as I could tell. Alright, so I'm going to go out of my way to do a bit of editing. Okay, hold on. I really don't want to deal with searching through a whole lot here. So you go down here to Psychic, going to level 3s. Actually helps. Oh, there they are. And then just cut these out. Let's see, what else? What else to cut another card out? Let it pick. I don't know. This is the part where I have trouble trying to figure out what to cut. And grab some dinner. Alright, thanks for stopping by, DC Seth. Thanks for the duel. Let's see. Seed Veil. Cannot be targeted by card effects. It's pretty good. Not good enough to run more than one, but good enough to have one of. I guess I could take out Puppet Shark. Patch 1 from monster on either field. Excavate top 4 cards of the deck. Choose 1. Apply one of the following effects. Either add it to hand or set a trap that can be activated this turn. I don't know. I'll just save it as is. And I guess we'll keep it going. And back. Wait, you're back already? The hell? I thought you said you were gonna grab dinner. Alright, just to win by times I had to wing it. Fair enough. Right? Anyone else up for a duel? Otherwise, I'm going to go back into ranked. Seeing something fast already. Fair enough. Day old pizza that was in the microwave? I mean, if you want. Sure. I'm gonna have one more duel just to see how well things work when I take out that one monster engine. Here goes. Hold on a sec. Hey, something came up, guys. I have to go. Sorry, Smoke. We'll have another duel as soon as I can. And alright, I'm back. Sort of. Unfortunately, life has yet again found a way to kick me in the butt. So, I am not going to be able to actually continue having fun today. It's really regrettable when you have unreliable coworkers. So, at any rate, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you all for joining me on this run of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Really appreciate the matches, the new faces, and seeing all the strats. Alright, I'm going to be hanging it up for now. I'll see you all later, and until then, please take care.